Hey guys, long time no see. I have not been on YouTube at all, but I had a lot of comments in one of my videos from some time ago, and so I thought I would do an update because I just did a very quick update. I kind of took a hiatus for so many different reasons, but as you guys know, we struggled with infertility for 6+ years. And I posted just a short, quick video announcing that we were finally pregnant, which is so crazy because the video before that was telling everyone that our IVF failed. What? So I thought I would do a video, and I may or may not continue them. I don't know, but you can maybe tell that I am in a nursery. We have a freaking nursery, you guys. Like, this is so crazy. Thanks to my parents, we are having our house completely and totally redone, like remodeled in different areas to make room and to prepare for our baby. So I'm gonna just, like fill you guys in on everything because I just want to. I have a lot more time lately. And so now that we're done with the nursery, I have a little bit more time available. As of yesterday, I am officially 24 weeks pregnant with a baby boy. What? It's so exciting. Okay, so I will tell you guys a little bit about that, but we'll start from the beginning. So as you guys know, that our IVF in December, January, we were doing IVF and it failed. We implanted 2 embryos and neither of them took. And so that was really hard. In February, we got pregnant. So I don't even know. Okay, so it's kind of insane, and I can't really explain it, but God is awesome, and He had bigger plans than we have for ourselves, and so He showed us that and made us very aware that we are not in control like we sometimes think that we are, and so it's super amazing, and we could not be happier. So once we found out that we were pregnant, we immediately called our IVF nurse, who ordered us our lab work, and we got it, and our numbers tripled and just kept going up. So we were really excited, but we didn't want to tell anybody too early. And then Scott, my husband, was so excited, and he has such a big mouth that he ended up telling the neighbors. So we did tell our family pretty early. We told them like 5.5 to 6 weeks along, and we found out kind of, I want to say it was like 4 to 5 weeks, 4 weeks, I don't know. So we told them pretty quickly, and it was incredible, and I posted those videos. I think I'll have to go back and look because I haven't been on here in a long time, but those are so special to me. I'll always have those videos, and that's really awesome. I'll be able to show our baby. So I wanted to show you guys so many different things in this video, but the very beginning of my pregnancy, the only pregnancy symptom I really had was exhaustion, like dead tired exhaustion, and that was pretty much it. And I was just tired for like weeks, but I just kept going, and I was just too excited to really care, like, or pregnant, who cares what happens next. So yeah, I was just really tired. So a lot of my husband doing everything around the house and taking care of me, a lot of that, and I just didn't want to post anything anymore. I was just drained. But then shortly after those first few weeks of being just dead tired, I then started getting sick, but I was only sick for about 2 to 3 weeks, somewhere in there, and it was mostly nausea, but I did have some vomiting here and there. I wasn't really sick long enough to try out different things to try to alleviate that for myself, but I just kind of drank a lot of water, and I started drinking soda, which is insane because I hadn't had soda in like 7 years. So I've been obsessed with root beer. Pretty much all I can drink is root beer. It's pretty bad. But anyways, I drink root beer and water, and that's pretty much it. I did have an orange juice today, which was awesome. So yeah, I got super lucky, you guys. I'm so blessed because we tried so long to get pregnant, and then I got pregnant. I've had a great pregnancy. I really have. And this is not just me saying this. I asked my husband, he agrees. I have not had any moodiness or like any real emotional symptoms. Like I've just been pretty much the same. I haven't had any really like hormonal emotional changes. So that is, thank God for that, because that's pretty amazing. I always thought that I was going to be kind of an emotional pregnant person, but it's been pretty easy. So thankful for that. I do have had for the past few weeks dry skin, really bad dry skin. Like my skin is literally shedding off. It is disgusting. And then like I also get dry scalp up here, really dry lips. Everything is dry, and I'm not used to that. So I've been using like 3 different things, one of which was gifted to me by a girl I met on Instagram. She sent me a big old box to congratulate us on being pregnant, and they included this Mama's Belly Balm by Wild Botanicals. Never heard of it before. Don't like the smell of it. It smells so bad, but I have no stretch marks yet. So I contribute that to that, my Senegence Shea Body Butter, and then my lip balm. Lifesavers when I actually feel like applying everything. It's also like all natural ingredients, so it has made me extremely like oily. So I only put it on at night because it's very like thick and oily. So keep that in mind. But those are kind of must-haves for me in this dry skin phase. I also have had breakouts, which I didn't really ever have before. So I've just been trying to keep my face pretty clean. I don't usually wear makeup. I did today. I put on makeup, but I don't usually wear a lot of makeup. I haven't worn much at all in this pregnancy because I'm scared to do anything on my face. It might break out. I do have a few breakouts that I covered up today. So that's been like the worst thing. So if that's the worst thing, I think I'm doing pretty good. It's been great, guys. So I've had pretty bad acid reflux. I pretty much live off Tums. I did have a stint where I had bad migraines. They gave me Fioricet for my migraines, and that's gone. So I haven't had migraines in a while. I had pups rash. I was able to get rid of it, which was awesome. If you follow me on Instagram, and I'll put the link below, I did a photo in one of my highlights of my pups rash at its worst, and that's when I started using Senegence Nangai oil and Shea Body Butter, and it's gone. It's completely gone. My stomach is totally fine. So I'm really thankful for that, because I heard from a lot of people that it can last the whole pregnancy, and I got it at like 9 weeks, 10 weeks, so that would have been horrible. So that has been really it as far as symptoms go. The last 2 weeks, my hips and like mainly my left hip and my lower back and legs hurt so bad. Like bad. They hurt all the time. And it gets worse if I'm like working or I'm doing stuff throughout the day, like when we were doing the room and everything. It was just so incredibly painful. Thankfully, I had my doctor. I have a doctor that does manipulation. She manipulated my back, and it alleviates that a lot for short stints. So I can go in and get it manipulated if I need to. I know a lot of moms do go to the chiropractor. They do like pregnancy stuff or maternity. What is it called? I don't know, like maternity massages, or go to the chiropractor, and I just don't want to spend that kind of money when I could just go to my doctor and get it manipulated. So that's what I've been doing, and it's really helpful to me, but it's painful. So that's really the only bad stuff that's really happened. He started, oh, by the way, it's a boy if I didn't already say that. But he started moving very early. I felt like the little butterfly kick super early, according to most people I talk to. And then now at 24 weeks, he is like moving constantly, kicking me. You can see my stomach move when he kicks, which has been really crazy. And I just like to feel, I just like lay my hand there at night and lay there and feel him move, which is pretty amazing. And of course my husband feels it too all the time. He's thankfully pretty active for both of us, and so we haven't had to fight to feel him move very much, which is really awesome. I should have brought my ultrasound pictures in here, but they are on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. But I didn't bring them in here with me, so I'm not gonna get to show you guys that today. As of today, my app says, which I've been using Ovia and Baby Bump, maybe. I've been using both of those apps. So if you guys have any apps that you like, post them in the comments below, because I just like playing with them. But it says that he is the size of a cantaloupe today, or as of yesterday. So that's insane to me, because I feel like this pregnancy has gone like so quickly, which is crazy. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because this channel started out just documenting our journey through infertility. So to be completely honest with you guys, I never in my life imagined being pregnant, ever. Not even a little bit. Like, I was always nervous that it would never happen. So in order to not get my hopes up, I never imagined pregnancy. I just always imagined motherhood, like being a mom. I didn't think of pregnancy at all. I didn't think of like my belly getting big and what symptoms I would have, and so on and so forth. So that's been insane to me, like that I'm pregnant, and that I realized that I know nothing about pregnancy when I got pregnant. So that has been so funny to like go through that with my husband, because we were both like, now what? So I will tell you guys a little bit of that story here in just a minute. But another really cool thing that we have is this baby owner's manual that we got from my stepmom, which is so funny and cute. So I suggest you get this. It's a really good gift too for anybody who is pregnant that you may know. It's really cute. So anyways, I don't know even what made me agree to test, but I did because he made me. So my husband told me like I was late and I really should test, and you know, just in case, we should just keep an eye on it. And I thought he was being crazy, and I felt really silly testing, to be honest. It was super emotional for me to even buy the test. I was like, I just did IVF and it failed. So like to take a pregnancy test after this many years of trying and doing all these different things, like I feel so stupid even buying a pregnancy test. But we did. He really needed that peace of mind, so we bought the pregnancy test, and I came home and I was like, I used to be weird, like really precise about taking the test, like first thing in the morning, like first morning pee, back when we were dealing with infertility, and I would test all the time. So, but I really didn't care, because I thought for sure it's obviously negative, so I didn't think too much of it. And we came home and I took the test, and you guys, it was so funny. I wish I had it on video, but I walked into the bathroom and I looked. I literally walked in there to throw it away. Like I didn't even plan on looking at it. And he was sitting in the living room, and I threw it in the trash. And then I was like, what? And so I picked it up out of the trash, and I looked at it for a good, like, what felt like hour, but it was like 12 seconds. And then I just started freaking out. I started shaking and immediately crying, but like I was frozen. I feel like I couldn't move, and I like had no idea. I feel like I blacked out forever. And then finally I like got up and I ran into the living room, and I was like, stop your movie, and I was like yelling at him. And so he stopped the movie and he stood up and he's like, what's wrong? And I handed him the test, which he didn't know I was taking it right when we got home, so he was like, what's going on? So I handed him the test, and he took him a minute to read it because he didn't know how to read it. And then he was like staring at it for a minute, and then he looked at me like, is this for real? And we both just were frozen in time. I'm telling you, like, there was no talking. There was nothing. We were just like stuck and frozen and didn't know what to do. And I was like shaking so bad. And he's like, are you serious? This is positive. And I was like, yes, I'm not kidding. And then I just started bawling even harder, and he was like, he was in shock, seriously. And then I said, what do we do now? And I was like, what is happening? This is so crazy. And that's when he's like, maybe you should text our nurse. So I did. And then it just all snowballed after that. And we just sat on the couch all day. Like, I feel like we literally couldn't move. We were in such shock. And it took us a long time to believe it. So when we tried to get an ultrasound, the doctors at our hospital do not do them at all until 9 to 10 weeks. So we couldn't get an early ultrasound, which is really important if you've struggled with infertility and you just need to see that or hear that heartbeat. We really wanted it. So we went to Life Choices, and they gave us early ultrasounds, which was awesome. And they are so sweet, so nice. And it was very emotional, and everybody had a special time in there. So they were really good. So thank you, Life Choices, for walking us through our early pregnancy. So that was amazing. And then, yeah, so fast forward, I officially have a huge belly. It's huge to me because I've not had one. And I will tell you guys, I'll show you guys that in a minute, but how cute is this? It says, for this child we have prayed. And the funny thing about this is that during IVF, maybe shortly after, before we knew that it had failed, my sister and her husband were walking through Hobby Lobby and saw this, and her husband was like, we have to get this for Scott and Veronica. And she was like, oh, are you sure? Like, should we buy them a baby thing? Like, I don't know. And he told her that they needed to, so they got this for us. And so it's super special to us because we got this before we even knew we were pregnant. And so I've held on to this, and then we found out we were pregnant, so we took our first picture for the announcement with this, and that was extremely special to us. So we'll always love that. And then this is my favorite little thing, and the first thing I spent money on for the baby, which is this little onesie from Spearmint. It's by Loved Baby, I think, is all the onesies that Spearmint sells. They're super thick and soft and comfy, so I love that. And then I will show you guys what my belly looks like. So there it is. It's pretty low. At first, let's tighten. At first you could not tell that if it was like sitting high or low, because you know everybody likes to know those things for your so they can go off of like wives' tales and stuff. But you can really tell at first, but it does set pretty low. And so there's my belly. I'm not gonna like pull up my shirt. I know a lot of girls do that, but I do not have an outie, guys. Sorry, it's like way in there. But that is our belly, and it's so neat. Oh my goodness. Guys, after everything, I can't even explain to you what that's like. It's insane. So as a gift, our parents, my mom and my stepdad, have completely remodeled the nursery in our house. So our room is painted, new floors, new carpet. We have our bookshelf up and our crib made, but obviously none of the details yet. We have a long ways to go. But as fast as it's been going, it feels like I have no time at all. And so, yeah. How is God so amazing? You guys, it's a crazy thing to me to imagine this, but last thing I will share with you guys is the baby's name. If you are following me on Instagram, you obviously already know, and I'm just going to show you. You can't really see it's backwards in the camera, but Elijah James is the name we decided on. So our due date is November 9th, and we are having a baby boy named Elijah. It's so crazy, and I just wanted to do a video to say thank you because so many of you have messaged me or commented on old videos wondering what's going on. So if there are certain videos you're wondering about, I kind of just like blabbered through this whole thing. It was like a stream of consciousness video, and it was really out of timeline and just kind of all over the place, but there's so much to share with you guys, and thank you for reaching out to us. Thank you for those of you who've sent us things. if you know us from Instagram, a lot of you have sent me things from there. So thank you so much, and we love you guys, and everybody have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon.